Right now, at the Home Depot, you'll find storage solutions made to fit your needs. Grab an HDX Tough Tilt to protect your tools. Or keep your sports equipment contained with reinforced snap-fit lids. Or stack up and make better use of your space with bins and totes built to last. Whatever you're storing, we've got the gear to keep it organized and protected at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
JuJu's back, which means that it is the end of another great Tuesday. Yep. Thank you, Hawk.
Oh, my pleasure.
Having you as a running mate today has been a pleasure.
I like him.
I do. Yeah. Having the whole room here. JuJu's joining us, and I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe he has a specific question just for you. Really? Not for me, not for Chris, just for you. JuJu, what do you got?
What's up, y'all? Great show today. You feel me? But Hawk, we didn't necessarily dive into your professionalism. We dove into a lot of Lenny Kravitz isms and you being a scary black man, even though you're just sitting there being a handsome guy and not threatening at all. I don't know what happened.
Pearly white veneers. I paid a lot of money for it. I'm just the scariest thing David's ever seen. Go ahead, JuJu.
Militant.
Yes.
He said it, not me, JuJu.
But the Buffalo Bills Hard Knock season starts tonight on HBO Max. What do you predict with the Bills this year? I'm a Bills fan, so I'm always thinking that, well, Hard Knock showing up. This is going to be our worst year ever. We're going to be jinxed. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I do think it's going to be a bad year in your context. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. When Hard Knocks cameras are around, it's not so much the veterans. Well, some of the veterans as well, but the young players do play into the camera. Because it becomes this opportunity for superstardom that football players typically don't get unless you're the quarterback. Because we have helmets on and nobody notices us and no one knows our faces. And now your storyline could be something that someone follows throughout the season. So when Hard Knocks came to Cincinnati when I was there, people couldn't get in front of the cameras enough. It almost felt like acting in the middle of training camp.
They never put those clips. I bet that happens a lot during these Hard Knocks things where another guy's like, look at that guy playing up for the camera. They probably cut that stuff out because they don't want the perception of that out there. But that has to happen every year.
So in television, as you guys know in entertainment, when you're extra on television, it comes across as normal. And when you're normal on television, it comes across as boring. So those moments when you're watching in camp and they feel like, man, that's great content, they're typically probably being played up by the player or whoever because they know the cameras are rolling and everybody's putting on a performance.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that bodes for your team. If you can withstand that, if we come out of Hard Knocks and you're like, yeah, nobody was actually playing up, JuJu, you could be like, yeah, this is a good team. They're probably going to the Super Bowl because this is a good early test for the Buffalo
Shakir out a couple
Bills.
weeks though with a high ankle sprain now. I don't like
That's
that.
tough.
Exactly.
Like
yeah, but Elijah Moore.
Your boy.
Be on the lookout for Elijah Moore. I think he's going to have a good season with them, and he'll be able to take some of that pressure off of Shakir in the slot. And his skill set fits with Josh Allen because Josh Allen is so good at buying time, and Elijah Moore is best when he can kind of do all his crafting in the middle. And
good thing Mac Hollins is gone because they would have played that up if he was there. They would have had him in an actual igloo. Like, look, he lives in an igloo now.
They would have hired Taylor away from the Metal Art Company specifically to create all the storylines around Mac Hollins.
How much higher is the Bills over-under win total than the Dolphins? I believe we talked about the Dolphins are 7.5 according to DraftKings' latest. Are the Bills, are they 3 games better than that? Like 10.5, or are they even higher?
We're on it.
Yeah. I like the Dolphins more than 7.5, though.
Then you should pound the over.
I may.
Yeah. Now that you said it, though, I think that because when it happened, I was like, damn, why did we get rid of Mac? That was a good contract. And he provided some good catches in the playoffs. But when you put it that way, yeah, they probably was planning ahead for this Hard Knocks run. They like, my boy ain't put on a pair of shoes since Obama now. So that was a good call.
JuJu, how do we do with polls today?
How do we deal with polls? You had a good poll that I was able to catch on to, Ayo, but the one that I got that I was able to hear, because the first poll was, I didn't know how to word it. It was like Magic Johnson, 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't get the wording right, but this one was one that I got right. The only one. Do you need a separate Ethernet cord to get on the dark web?
That's a great one.
62% of the audience says yes, you do.
Yes, that's
I'm trying to tell you.
No,
Tony,
I think
you won.
they've got it wrong, Tony.
I got people.
No.
people
Can you
that-
call
polls
your
can't be
guy
wrong,
and
bro.
just end that
I
poll?
can't talk to my guy on the phone.
No.
Because you won't. Because we're doing a show.
No, not because we're doing a show because he doesn't do phones.
No,
Just
can't do
he
phones.
talked to him and he was like, I'm on the air.
He doesn't do phones. I have to kind of do things differently with this
Can't
guy.
do WhatsApp. Can't
Yeah.
do this.
Before you
Gotta
come
be
back at some
encrypted.
point, will you try to find your guy? Because we need to know the
Oh,
answer.
I know exactly where he is. The problem is I can't call him.
But you can go visit him?
Yeah, I can visit him in person. He does in-person stuff.
There was a store
not on the
in
phone.
Beverly Hills when I lived in LA, like 8 years ago, on Rodeo Drive, and they were like expensive cell phones that were completely off the grid. So they're on Rodeo for like rich people to come buy these phones and these services, and they're completely untraceable. They were like $7,000 a piece. And at one point I went back, I'm going to get one of those phones, and they had shut down that
Like a
quick.
burner phone.
In and out. Like
can still get
luxury
some.
burner phones.
They have those still.
For the incredibly rich. Talking about dark web.
Did you run with 2 phones when you were a player?
No, that is you're typecasting me still.
No. What?
One for your agent and one personal.
I feel like you're.
Players of every shape and size who have 2 phones.
I've had the same cell phone number since I originally got a cell phone in 2002.
There were some, like
Stand-up
Hanley
guy.
Ramirez would change his cell phone number 3 times a season.
Yeah, I won't change it because actually you're doing the opposite. So now, because I'm not the same person I was when I was 17 and I have more, people just assume that I've already changed my number. So when they text me or try to reach out and I don't want to respond, I'm not like you. I'm not going to answer and say on air. I'm
But
just
it
going to
says
ignore
delivered.
it. And
On
they're just going to assume that I changed my number anyway.
But it says delivered.
So it might be to somebody else.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm more of the idea of David. Whenever he answered the phone and was like, "I'm on air," I love the fact that whenever somebody call me, no matter what, if I see it, if I see the phone, I'm gonna answer it no matter what. Even right now, if my girl call, I'm gonna
man.
answer it, but then I'm gonna let her hear what I got going on right now, so she'll hang up eventually.
I wouldn't mind that, Juju. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's
But
what
it
I
was
did.
just the unfortunate timing of you telling Hawk how distracting him touching the table was.
Yeah, exactly.
And then created the most distracting environment I've ever been in media. Like,
Right.
I'm going to tell that story for 20 years. Like, one time I was on air and somebody answered their phone in the middle of my sentence and then acted like I was distracting them for moving the table, trying to get closer to their conversation. It's ridiculous, man. It really, truly is.
I'd like to officially apologize
Okay.
and tell you that it will not happen again until we sit next to each other
One more
again.
question for Juju and you, David. When you answer the phone to acknowledge that you're on air and you won't let it just go to voicemail, why do you do that, Juju? Why?
Because I think that I'm an old school guy. I prefer talking to you for 2 minutes versus text messaging.
Okay.
Because people's tone, you can't digest the tone during the
Okay.
text message. So I like to have people know that, bruh, I care. I'm here for you. If it's an
care.
emergency,
Right.
I'm going to always answer.
Yes.
But at the same time, you hear me, I'm online right now with Hawk and David Sampson. So text me if you need it right now.
That's kind of my point. So it's a way to tell them you care. Like, you don't want them to feel like you're just ignoring their call. So I'm going to ask
Right.
you, David, why do you answer the phone?
It's the same. Juju and I are completely aligned. I
Same-
want
completely
people-
aligned.
Now you care that people.
Now he cares what people think.
Wait, I won't
Because he doesn't want
answer-
them to think he's
Hawk?
ignoring them.
Hawk.
Did I get him? Did I get him, Chris?
I won't
Got
answer
him.
an unlisted a number not in my phone.
But it's still a person that you care about.
But
and you care
if
what
you're
they
on
think.
my phone,
So you care what people think.
it's not.
You just say I'm on air, like a different voice. I'm on air right now.
Try to. Actually, what I'm going to do from now on is watermelon paperclip. 'Cause then you'll have no idea.
Yeah, mouth it too, so I don't
what
hear
I'm
it.
actually saying.
Right. Speaking of not caring, how do you feel about Jerry Jones's handling of Michael Parsons right now? Like, is he foul? Is he over the line, or is he just being Jerry?
I think he's being a business mind. I think like we've gone through this song and dance so many times with Dak, with CeeDee Lamb, with Zach Martin over the years, Ezekiel Elliott, Emmitt Smith. I think he understands the marketing dollars value of this being the number one story on every platform. And so he's like, every time we have a big contract, even if I want to pay them, we're going to draw it out because it's going to help continue to build the business brand of the Cowboys, which in some ways is genius. It's uncomfortable, yes, but we all know the players will get over it the moment you give them the money.
You think he's selling tickets? We had this conversation yesterday's show, maybe, where the thought was that Jerry Jones, this is what he does.
Yeah, no,
to draw it out in order for people to be like, we talk Cowboys either way. We don't need him to fight with Micah Parsons.
Right, but you got to realize every time you talk it every year, that demographic of fan who views him as America's team gets older. And eventually, it's no longer America's team if you don't continue to use the same tactics, much like baseball. When we were young, baseball was America's sport. And they didn't do a good enough job of continuing the next generation thinking that way. And now football is America's sport. So for the Cowboys, every new person that the kids know and love, I got to make an example out of, because we need them to understand that Cowboys are America's team. So when they get in your seat 20 years from now, they will still be talking about the Cowboys the same way.
I'm going to want to end this show because I want to go watch War of the Worlds. Juju, are you going to watch that movie or not?
Bruh, Saturday night, I had the exact experience of people online. Like I opened up Prime, I seen Ice Cube, War of the Worlds. I'm clicking it, say less. I'm talking about 5 minutes in when I realized how it was going. You know how you can scroll over the the actual runtime of the movie and you can see pictures of what's to come? When I saw that it was all an online broadcast or some type of virtual event, I said, nope, and I exited out. I ain't even getting more than 5, man.
You watched the movie through a collage. That's crazy.
Can you rate a movie? I would just say that it's still a 3.2. It was when the day started, so it may still be a 3.2. Mm-hmm. If you haven't watched the whole thing, why do you have a right to assign a number to it?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Right, because I'm not assigning a number to him. I'm assigning my time is too valuable for me to watch Ice Cube battle a war against the world.
Gets an I, incomplete.
An I?
Yeah.
You stop after 5 minutes, it's a straight I.
What channel was Channel I when you grew up in New York?
I have no recollection. I only know Channel J. Juju,
speaking of Channel J, also before I get out of here, the alley-oop right now, we're doing WNBA coverage. I just interviewed my sister Roz Go on Woo Day. It's on at DLS Hoops. It's not a part of the Batard show. Pardon me, Paige. You know how they do us. So they threw me over there on DLS Hoops. So I need your support, man. Like, please, if you out there and you care about me having a job, please subscribe to DLS Hoops, man, because if you don't, I'm out of here.
That's good, man.
I know Zaz will do it because he's heard of every single podcast known to mankind and womankind and peoplekind. So you've got a bunch of subs here. Thank you, Juju.
Juju,
thank y'all.
Take care, Hawk. I like you.
I appreciate it, David. Likewise, brother.